Welcome back to the channel. My name is Okuchuku Ben Obi. Today, our Bible focus is Proverbs chapter 14 verse 34. Proverbs chapter 14 verse 34. It said, righteousness exalts a nation, but sin is a reproach to any people. In Micah chapter 6 verse 8, Micah chapter 6 verse 8, Bible said, he had showed thee, O man, what is good, and what doth the Lord require of thee, but to do justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly before thy God. In 1 Samuel chapter 12, 3-4, 1 Samuel 12, 3-4, he said, behold, here am I, witness against me before the Lord, and before his anointed, whose ox have I taken, or whose ass have I taken, or whom have I defrauded, whom have I oppressed, or of whose hand have I received any bribe, to blind my eyes therewith, and I will restore it you. And they said, thou hast not defrauded us or oppressed us, neither hast thou taken aught of any man's hand. What a powerful testimony. What if the church focused on transforming an entire nation, not through political power, but through changing people, families, communities, and institutions over a generation? In part 1 of this series, we explored how spiritual renewal can transform individuals, strengthen families, improve education, and reduce social problems. In part 2, we look at how churches can become engine of community development through poverty reduction, mentoring, local service, and civic engagement. But none of those changes can last unless they eventually reshape the economy, public culture, and leadership structure of a nation. That is where what we are going to be discussing today. How can churches help create ethical businesses? How can they fight corruption at a cultural level? And why do strong institutions matter more than charismatic leaders? In this third phase of our 30-year blueprint for national transformation, we will explore how faith communities can help build a society that is not only more spiritual, but also more prosperous, honest, and resilient. If you haven't seen parts 1 and 2, I will link them below, because today's video builds directly on the foundation that we have established earlier in those videos. Let's begin. Have you ever wondered what will happen if churches focus not only on individual salvation, but also on building healthy nations, communities, strong institutions, and prosperous societies? Many people talk about changing a nation through politics. Others believe economic growth alone is the answer. But what if lasting transformation requires something deeper? A change in values, culture, and institution that take place over a decade instead of a 4-year election cycle. In this video, we're going to look at year 10 to 20 of a long national transformation strategies, what it looked like. Specifically, we explore 3 major goals. Number 1, creating ethical business ecosystems. Number 2, building a culture of integrity. And number 3, moving beyond personality-driven leadership. Let's look at the first point. Create ethical business ecosystem. One of the greatest challenges facing many communities is dependency. People often become dependent on government aid, foreign assistance, charitable programs, or a handful of powerful employers. Why emergency assistance has its place? A healthy society ultimately needs productive citizens, thriving businesses, and suitable local economies. This is where faith communities can play a powerful role. Imagine churches helping members start businesses, learn practical skills, form savings group, invest responsibly, and create job for others. Instead of only asking, how can we help people survive? The question will now shift to become, how can we help people flourish? Local manufacturing is one example. When communities produce goods locally, they create employment, they create opportunities, they retain wealth within the region and reduce dependence on outside supplies. Agriculture is another area of opportunity. Many communities possess land, knowledge, and human resources that can be developed into productive agricultural enterprises. Churches can support training, corporations, and ethical business and practices that benefit entire region. Saving groups and community financing, initiative that can also make a significant difference. Small amount of capital, when managed responsibly, can help families start businesses, expand farms, or invest in education. Ethical investment can provide another layer of support in form of club, encouraging members to invest in productive enterprises rather than speculation or corruption. The ultimate goal is simple. Move from dependency to productivity. Move from consumption to creation. Move from waiting for solutions to building solutions yourself. A transformed economy begins when ordinary people are empowered to create values for others. Let's look at point 2. Encourage an anti-corruption culture. The second major transformation involves integrity. In 1 Samuel chapter 12, 3-4 that we read earlier, 1 Samuel chapter 12, 3-4, look at what Samuel said. Behold, you can witness against me before the Lord and before his anointed. He said, whose ox have I taken? Or whose ass have I taken? Or whom have I defrauded? Or whom have I oppressed? Or have I received any bribe to blind my eyes from anybody judgment? And they said, every one of them, you have not taken aught of any man's hand. What a powerful testimony. When people discuss corruption, they often focus on politicians, government agencies, or large corporations. But corruption is not only a political problem, it is a moral problem. Corruption occurs whenever people place personal gain above justice, honesty, and the common good of all. Bribery, favoritism, dishonesty, fraud, and abuse of power, they all weaken society. Over time, corruption destroys trust. And trust is one of the most valuable resources any nation possesses. Without trust, businesses struggle. Without trust, institutions weaken. Without trust, citizens become cynical and disengaged. This is why faith communities should teach that integrity matters in every sphere of life, not only in the church. The business owner should act honestly. The employee should work faithfully. The teacher should be fair to the student. The government official should serve the public rather than personal interest. And some of these government officials, by the way, are from one religious body or the other. A healthy culture normalizes behavior such as paying taxes, honesty, fulfilling contractual obligations, rejecting bribery, and rewarding merit rather than favoritism. Merit-based hiring is particularly important. When jobs are awarded based on competence, instead of connections, organization becomes stronger and more effective. Public accountability is equally essential. Leaders should be willing to answer questions, explain decisions, and operate transparently. This applies not only to governments, but also to churches, charities, businesses, and community organizations. Integrity cannot be demanded from others while ignored within our religious institutions. National transformation begins when honesty becomes normal and corruption becomes socially unacceptable. That kind of change does not happen overnight. But over 10 or 20 years, a culture of integrity can fundamentally reshape a society. And so, as we look at the third point, moving beyond personality-driven leadership, and this third point, transformation, may be one of the most important. Many organizations rise and fall based on the influence of a single charismatic leader. When the leader is present, everything seems strong. When the leader leaves, the organization struggles or collapses. We've seen that in many organizations in Nigeria and some African countries. This problem exists in politics, in business, and religion. Too often, people place their faith in personalities instead of institutions. That's dangerous. But strong societies are not built on heroes. They are built on systems. A healthy institution should continue functioning even when its founder retires or ceases to be. A healthy church should continue growing even when a popular pastor moves on. A healthy government should remain stable regardless of who wins the next election. This requires a deliberate shift in leadership culture. Leadership should become more decentralized. Responsibility should be shared among multiple capable individuals. Decision-making processes should be transparent rather than hidden. Financial system should be open and accountable. Succession planning should be intentional to bring the square peg in a square hole. Future leaders should be developed long before the need arises. Not when they are past, people begin to jostle for it. In some cases, term limits may also be beneficial. Term limits help prevent excessive concentration of power and encourage fresh leadership. Most importantly, communities must learn to value principles more than personalities. No individual is greater than the mission. No individual is greater than a system. No leader is greater than the institution. When institutions become stronger than personalities, stability increases and long-term progress becomes possible. As we conclude, if the first decade of transformation focuses on changing hearts, strengthening families, and serving communities, then the second decade focuses on building systems and sustain that progress for generations. It means creating ethical businesses that generate opportunity. It means cultivating integrity in both public and private life. And it means building institutions that are stronger than any individual leader. These changes may not generate dramatic headlines. They may not produce instant results. But over 20 years, they can reshape the economic, civic, and moral foundation of an entire nation. Real transformation is rarely sudden. It's only God that can build a society in one day. Human being, it takes time. It's usually a result of thousands of small, repeated, consistent, and many years of intentional action. And when communities commit themselves to truth, integrity, productivity, and responsible leadership, the impact can exert far beyond a single generation. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think is the most important ingredient for long-term national transformation? Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye for now.